What's up everyone, Adam from FWCI Collector's Edition here. This is my review of the WWE Ultimate Edition Asuka, which just came out, and I could not be more excited for this. I've loved Asuka's work ever since she joined NXT way back in the day. I haven't seen any of her Japanese wrestling as Kana, other than some pictures that looked unusual. What's going on there? But I've always been a big fan of Asuka, and I really feel like we've never had that true quintessential Asuka action figure until now. This might be the best female WWE action figure that they've ever made, hands down. I mean, take a look at this thing. By the way, make sure you do hit the subscribe button. Help us get to 1,000 subscribers. That is the current goal. But I'm going to start with my first impressions of this figure out of the box, and it is just a complete spectacle. I am in love with this. The jacket just makes it pop so much, and it immediately looks exactly like who it's supposed to look like, which is exactly what you want. So looking at the accessories, we come with a couple of gripping hands and a couple of sort of open entrance-y hands, which I really like the look of. There's two head scans that look fairly similar. One has a blue underneath the chin, I presume from the mist. That's what that's supposed to be symbolizing. And the other one has a little bit more of a toothy smile on it as well. So kind of the same head. I'm always a fan of like a good growling, angry face scan on a WWE figure, especially for figure photography. I think that's one thing Mattel can do a bit of a better job on. But both of these head scans look amazing. The hair color looks great. The detail on the face paint looks unbelievable. The paint app is flawless on both of these heads. They're very consistent with each other, and I just wish they were a little bit more different. She also comes with her mask as well. What I love about this mask is it just places directly on the face and stays there really well. So they've done a good job making the mask functional without the need to have some kind of like strapping around the back. But let's talk about the best accessory here, this amazing robe that she's wearing. This sort of Japanese flowery robe. It's got so many different colors in it. It could very easily go very wrong, but Asuka is Asuka, and it looks amazing on her. The fur that's on here, I don't know what kind of animal this is, but it's pretty furry. It's pretty soft. I feel like you give it a little bit of a pat and it would purr. But of all the robes that we've seen come with these WWE Ultimate Editions and Elite figures over the years, I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like this. So the paintwork on this is pretty good. It's a little bit sloppy around the top of the thigh and over the breast area with the little colored dots that they've got there. That looks like it was maybe, I don't know how they could have done it better, but that's probably the only part of all the paint app that I can really say anything bad about. The G-string looks very G-stringy, and obviously the paint on the face and the hair and everything like that looks great. No tattoos for Asuka or anything like that, but plenty of detail on the knee pads and on the tights in general, and they've captured all of it. It looks great. Even the blemishes really don't take away from this figure at all. So looking at articulation, this is very highly articulated. We've got, I don't know if this is the first female figure to have like these big butterfly joints from the WWE line, but I really like it. It gives you so many options when trying to pose her, being able to have the arms go back much further. I've been a bit spoiled with Marvel Legends. I do wish that the head was able to look up a little bit more. That's maybe something they can add to future Ultimates to improve the articulation even more. Double jointed, pinless, everything. One of the arms is a little bit obstructed with the this strapping that she's got over the arm, so that does affect the articulation a little bit. The other one's completely bare, and it does everything you want it to do. Nice articulation in the torso, just below the chest area, but it doesn't spin all the way around, but it does give you a bit of back and forth more than anything else. The only criticism I really have with the articulation is this section with the waist. It just is that sort of sculpted waist. As soon as you turn it, it immediately sort of takes you out. It sort of breaks the illusion kind of thing. So not a huge fan of that. I hope they find a way to improve that, but just with the shape of like a female athlete's body like that, it does come out at the hips, so it would probably be quite difficult to make that a dynamic joint. So I'm glad they gave it to us in the top part. Thigh cut, pinless double jointed knees, and we got the toe cut as well. The feet on this are actually quite stable. In fact, is that the next thing? It is. Let's do the Tarantino test. The feet on this figure are quite stable. It looks like there's a little bit of a gap on there, which I'm okay with because it just gives you a bit more freedom of movement as well. But you know, they look pretty good, but they are very stable. She's not an overly heavy figure, so having good stable feet means you can get her in some really good dynamic poses, which I've definitely been enjoying. With all the Marvel Legends figure photography I've done over the years, I'm really happy to be able to use some of those strategies when shooting a WWE figure like Asuka. Tarantino loves the feet, and these Ultimate Editions, they can be hit and miss. They can be hit and miss. I had a Becky Lynch Ultimate, like the very first one that came out, and it could not stand up. It would just fall over all the time. So glad to see they've started figuring out some of these issues that they had with the early Ultimate Edition action figures. Tarantino test is a pass. So my final thoughts on this are that this is maybe the best female WWE action figure they've ever done. I mean, it's a very short list. For me personally, I would put the Natalya Elite on that list. I think that was just a beautiful looking figure. The Alexa Bliss Ultimate Edition is another very underrated figure. That was a peg warmer here, and I didn't really like that era of Alexa Bliss, and I think that's a lot of people's issue, and that's why it was a peg warmer. But as a figure, just objectively, as an action figure itself, it is unbelievable. The face scans on there are just insane. So I like that one as well. But I think the Asuka outdoes both of them. I really think it does. We've got Zelina Vega and the LWO coming soon, so we'll have to wait and see. But at this point, I'm going to say that this is the best female action figure that WWE has put out to date. I can't think of any others, and I would challenge you in the comments. Let me know what is the best female WWE action figure you've ever had or seen. Why do you think it's the best? Why do you think it's better than Asuka? Is it ready for Asuka? Because I don't know if you've heard this, nobody is ready for Asuka. Is it shelf-worthy? You better bloody believe it's bloody shelf-worthy. I'm going to be putting this front and center on my wrestling shelf. I've got damage control all the way around her. The one thing I wish this figure came with is a title belt, and it's okay though. I got a couple of spare women's tag team championships laying around and a SmackDown championship belt as well, which yeah, I just wish they chucked it in there. It's an Ultimate Edition, and I do also wish that we got some fisted hands with it as well. I feel like that should always just go without saying, but especially with an Ultimate Edition when you're paying a bit of an extra price. But I can't complain about this figure at all. I'm very happy with the purchase. I picked it up on Amazon at a very affordable retail price. I didn't have to go to the depths of the internet trying to find somebody with one of these and, you know, beg them to give it to me and send them pictures of my feet. I think his name was Quentin. So really happy that we're getting more accessibility to the WWE Ultimate Editions here in Australia, even if it is from Amazon. And let me know in the comments your favorite female WWE action figure over the years, because honestly I feel like it's only been recent years where the face scans have really started to become really good. So curious to hear what you all have to say about that. Appreciate the support, and as always everyone, be well, stay safe, look after your friends, see you in the next video. Peace!